Oh. Okay, we can start now.
All right, I don't know.
So we're on Chav 20 Amid Beis. Ze oimer ksav yadi, v'ze ksav yado shel chaveri. 1-8 says, this is my signature, and that's his signature. I recognize it. And the other guy does the same thing. Ze oimer ze ksav yadi, v'ze ksav yado shel chaveri. Harei elu ne'emanim. So they're believed on them, on their own and on the other guy. However, each one only testifies on their signature. You need another person to join with each one of the other one so that there would be two people validating each signature. No. If each aid individual recognizes their signature, then that's enough. Looks like they're arguing. Rabbi says that when witnesses testify in a star, they're testifying that, yes, it is true that I signed it. So they're testifying about their signature. And the Chachamim are saying no. They're testifying on the content of what happened in the star. Like this guy owes $100, and therefore, if you have two people saying it, they know each one recognizes their signature. Then you have two people who saw the event. So the Gemara says, Pshita. Why wouldn't we think like you're saying? Maybe Rebbe is in doubt. Whether when witnesses testify, do they testify on their signature or do they testify on the content of the star? Nafkamina, the difference would be Nafkamina could be one. Hi.
Annie, welcome.
Hi.
How was it?
Wonderful.
Was liefst man when your ever-ready battery obviously got recharged on the plane? Huh?
I mean, we slept a little bit. I mean, we slept on the Portugal flight. Here, I worked a little bit more. I took a little nap as well, but it's not that far. It's only about 10 hours. 5 to Montreal, 5.5 to
That's all?
Walter, we have to go and play golf in Portugal.
Yeah, no, in Porto.
Oh my God, there are so many beautiful golf courses there.
I'm in.
One of these days we got to go.
Okay, so that where we on Daf
Chaf Aleph. Chaf Aleph.
statistics. Okay, fine.
Yeah. Heichedim mischad minayu. If we're talking about the nafkamina, if one of the Eidim die, so the boy Shnaim and Ashuk Lahid Alav. So then we're going to need two other people coming from the market to testify that they recognize his signature because he's not around to testify about it. The imkain kanafik nechi riva de mamona apum lechad sada.
But Ernie,
Yes.
in that case, they would only certify the signature of the witness, but not the content, right?
Well, we're going according to the Rebbe opinion that they're only certifying the signature. So then one of the Eidim is going to signify his and half of the other. So it's going to be 3/4 coming out of the mouth of one Eid.
Oh,
And we want it to be 50-50. Kamashman, the Rebbe mipshapshitale, bein lekula bein lechum. No, Rebbe knows for sure that when Eidim sign, they sign not on the content, but on their signature. Two people sign on the shtar. You need two other people to come to testify on his signature because we don't want to rely on the other aid to testify on his signature. Now the ileka trei lechad mai. If there's one other aid, if there's only one aid left, what should you do? I'm Rabbiya. He has the nates. Lichtov chasimis yodei achaspe. Let the one surviving aid write his signature on a piece of clay. V'shari lebebeidin. Sends it to Beidin. Let Bezdin compare, so he doesn't have to testify at all about his signature. So he can testify totally on the other signature. Mazlik lebeidin v'chazulei. V'lo tzarchi la'asudei chasimis yodei. He doesn't have to testify about his own signature. And he's around to testify on the other one. He should do it on a piece of clay. Not on a parchment. An unscrupulous person was going to find his cloth that has his signature blank. The cost of and people will write, I, Ernie Agatstein, owe somebody $1,000. And here's my signature, Ernie Agatstein. Now, what would that work for? Shtaros need two. It's not so. If somebody presents a shtar with my signature that I owe somebody $1,000, so I can collect from money that he has lying around. I can't, if he has no cash and his assets are in a field that's been sold to somebody, so I can't go and collect that field because I can only do that with a shtar that is 280. But free and clear assets that are not meshubit, I can collect from with one signature. I mean, that we do not, Eidim do not testify on their signature, but they testify on the contents of the shtar. Why do you have to tell me that? Rabbi versus Chachamim. We always go according to Rabbi. Maybe Rabbi, we possibly like Rabbi. Kamash we don't. Simin nach nad chad. Armele Ravuna bar Chil Rav Yuda. Varmele Ravuna bar Yudel Rav Yuda. Varmele Rav Chia bar Yudel Rav Yuda. Mi Amar Shmuel Achi. Did Shmuel say that the halach is like Chachamim? Va'u started nothing mevedina de Mar Shmuel. A star came out of the court of Shmuel. Vav Ksiv Bey was written there. Midasar Ravana bar Chia va'as achsimis yodei. Vav chadi imei. And it says that Ravanan testified on his signature and on the other guy. Umanu Rav Chanan bar Rava. Umid Yasser Rav Chanan bar Rava v'asech simas yodei v'chadi imei. Umanu Ravana bar Chia ashruni v'kamina kidachasi. we see we're passing like Rebbe, not like the Chachamim. Who started the Yasmi? This was special. This was a star that had to do with Yisomim. The Chashmul based in Toyin. He was concerned that the Bezdin might make a mistake. For Sarva Shmuel Dilma Ikid Rebbe Mechaver Lo Mechaverov. He might think, the Bezdin might think that the halach is like Rebbe. Ubafil Mechaverov, even when he argues against multiple people. Sover, I'm going to say it very clearly so that the Yisomim won't lose. Ari Amar Shmuel. Eid v'dayin mitztarfin. Shtar comes to Bezdin, and the Bezdin certified it. Then they brought the star to collect money, and the borrower challenges it, that it's counterfeit. So the aide who signed on it, and the dayan who signed on the ishur, on the certification, mitzdarfin, to say that the stars are good. How beautiful is this halacha? What's so beautiful about it? What do you mean? They each are testifying about something else. The aide is testifying about the contents of the star and his signature. And the dayan, he's just the various processes they did to certify the star. They didn't testify about the same thing. So what's the nice thing that he said? Don't follow these klalim. He came to sell sesames. An aid and a dayan can join to say that the star is good. Because your relative praised it, you should praise it. Kvar parcha Rav already broke it and showed already that it didn't make any sense. Other people say Ravuna Marav. You have three dayanim sitting in Bezdin to certify a star. Two of the judges recognize the signature. So, before the dayanim certify, me'idin b'fanav, the two eidim who were dayanim can testify, and then choisei. Once mishachosmu ein me'idin b'fanav v'choisei. Once they signed on the handpick, they got to do it before they sign on the certification. Do we do this? There was a certification of dayanim. That was written before the Eidim signed, Psula, because the Eidim didn't sign. So the Mechazik Shikra, Chanami Mechazik Shikra. Here also is going to look like a sheker. You can't write their names. Before they wrote their names, Me'idin b'fanav v'choisei. They testify and sign. But Mishakosvu ain't Me'idin b'fanav v'choisei. Once they write it, they can't. It's Mechzik Shikra. Shmamina Tlas. We learned three things. Shmamina, Eid Nasa Dayan. And Eid can later on be the Dayan. Shmamina Dayanim Makim Chasimus de Eidim. The Dayanim who recognize the signature, Einam Tzrichim Lai Bifneim. They don't have to go through and testify. Ushmamina Dayanim Shemakim Chasimus de Eidim. Dayanim who don't recognize the signature, Tzrichim Lai Bifnei Kol Echad Ve'echad. They have to testify before each one of them. They can't rely on the idea of the other person. Maski for Ravashi. Bishveid nasa dayan shamimei. I understand that. El dayanim makir chasimis de'edim ain't tzrichin la'id b'fneim. Dilma lo lehem l'cha tzrichin. Maybe they do. B'shani achad l'kamakayim ha'gada b'kach b'chad. Maybe here is different. There was already Haggadah Seidus. The two Eidim already testified in front of the third Dayan, who didn't recognize the Chasima. Maybe without Eidus, you can't do the din. So v'dayanin shein makim chasim stay Eidim tzich lad b'ftei kolecha v'echadim alon mencha ain't tzrichin. Maybe you don't need that. And v'shani yachad will come a magad klal. In that case, there was no testimony at all. So Yosef Ravav v'karmen la'ishmaitz the Eid Nasadayin. He learned the sigi of Eid Nasadayin. Eis v'yer tzafel Rav Chaba. Rosh loisha v'ein Bezdin. If a Bezdin saw the new moon, Yamdu Shnayim, two Dayanim stand up, V'yoshivim mechaver meitzlayach, they stand in front of the remaining Dayan, V'yayidu with him, and they give testimony that they saw the new moon. V'yomer mekudesh achodesh mekudesh. Very appropriate for tonight, Rosh Chodesh Adar, Rosh Chodesh Av. Shere yachid ne'emer lidei atzmo. One aide cannot testify on the Chodesh. You need two. Even though they were Dayanim, but they're mitzaref. The Isa Kedayich Deid Nasadayin. But if the aide could serve as a Dalamali Kulahai, what do you mean? What do you need this whole procedure here? Less for B'duchtai, let them sit as Dayanim. They're the Eidim and they're the everything. I had a problem with this too. This is a special din because Eidus Kiddush HaChodesh is D'oraisa. Kiyum Shtar says Drabonon. So there it works at Eid Nasadayim. Amar Rav Ravuna Marav Shloisha Shiyash V'Kaim Shtar. 3 Dayanim are sitting to certify Shtar. The Korah Erer al Echad Mehem. And there's rumor that one of the Dayanim are Pasul. Ad Shloi Chosmu, as long as they haven't signed yet, the other Dayanim that are not Pasul can take a look at the Shtar, Mekayim it, and sign. Once they signed, they can't go back and serve as an aide. Now the Gemara is going to ask our Erdeba, what kind of challenge to the Shtar? And the Gemara will go through this tomorrow. So tomorrow we're going to learn at 4:30 like we do. Okay? 4:30 in the afternoon.